Have you ever wondered what it would be like to use your intuition? How can you access this intuition and bring it into your everyday life? Well, my next guest is here from Los Angeles. Her name is Kimberlee Cusumano. Kimberlee, welcome to the show.
Thank you, and it's a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, and we were just talking about how you can use certain techniques that will help you access your intuition.
Well, there's several ways. Everybody's intuitive. Everyone has a psyche. Everyone has a sixth sense, whatever you care to label it, or an instinct. But everybody is very capable of raising their level of intuitive skills. You can label it spirit, soul, life force, whatever you care to label it, creating and promoting the healing within. So if you go and you do acupuncture, you're doing it with needles, you're doing Reiki, you're doing it with your hands, but it's all a modality of movement of energy to promote healing within the body.
So I'm going to back up for just a minute because Reiki, so that's R-E-I-K-I.
Correct.
It sounds like a foreign word.
Okay, well, Reiki is a word, Japanese word, and Rei, R-E-I, is pronounced Rei, and it is spiritual wisdom, and Ki, K-I, is much like Chi. It's our life force, our energy. So it's spiritual wisdom, movement of energy, and we all have a soul, a spirit, a life force like we spoke of, and so that is movement of it. Acupuncture, you use needles, Reiki, you use your hands.
What I love about it is it has this sense of empowerment, you know, that each one of us can, in a sense, channel this divine energy.
Yes, and as we do channel it, we're also passing through. You know, we channel energy all the time. You can be standing at the sink doing dishes, and you're in some form of meditation there. You're channeling something at all times, but we're not taught that we're doing that. We're taught that we have a thought, but thought is energy, and thought is a process of energy and processing it. So are you going to go to the negative or are you going to go to the positive with that? It's all about healing within.
One of the things that I love about this whole concept of energy medicine, and we're hearing a lot about it in the news as an alternative treatment for people who have, you know, illness, whether it's inside the body or they're having mental, you know, emotional challenges. How can someone use Reiki in their life to help them feel better?
Well, usually the practice of Reiki, I mean, you can sit in a chair and do Reiki on yourself, which is a way that we teach it. Or you can go to somebody that's a Reiki practitioner, lay on a massage bed and have Reiki done. It promotes the healing in the physical body. But it's also a thought process and a state of mind and a way of life.
You know, I like that. I like that whole idea of being a telephone to heaven, because I do believe that we can develop this sense of listening, that we can listen and then receive signals from things that exist outside of the, you know, the world that we know, and the table that is here, the couch. There's something more out there.
Well, everything is energy. I mean, even our table, right? And the scientists will tell us all kinds of things about energy. We know that. So if I'm the cell phone and my phone line is going here, 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 your phone line is maybe going over there.
Right.
We're all connected. We are all connected energetically. Now, my line might be going to a different vibration than yours, of course.
Right.
And I'm meant to be channeling energy for others and just being the cell phone to make deliveries.
Right.
You know, where others are scientists and doctors. Everybody has a place. Everybody has a journey.
You know, I like it because I think that that is true. You know, there's some places where it's real easy for us to connect. Like, it just makes sense. We have a connection. And then other places, it's a little bit more challenging to go there. Not because we don't want to, but maybe we just haven't made that connection yet. We haven't touched in that place.
Well, and here again, it depends on what you may be looking for. Are you looking for your personal healing? Are you looking for healing within? Or are you looking to connect with someone to have some healing because you're afraid that maybe mom, dad, or a good friend left you and went to the other side or crossed over to a different vibration and they were angry? And so it just depends on all types of things. Reiki is the root of learning about energy. The Reiki is the root of learning about your intuition and learning about yourself, and your self-realization opens. Your self-realization and the power that you have within that, when it opens, it's all kinds of things are coming in because what you've done is you've connected your phone lines, haven't you? And so you become a cell phone yourself.
So I know you've created this incredible book. It's The Secret of Reiki. Now, I understand that this is not an online, this is not a printed book, it's an online downloadable book.
Yeah, it's The Secret of Reiki is a home study course, and it is the manual, and it talks all about Reiki from the beginning, the energies, all the way through the mastership and all the levels of Reiki, all the principles, all the different things. And then also it is the audio that you get with it. You download the book and you download the audio and it's yours. I printed one to bring to you to show you, and you can print it as well if you like.
Now, how does someone learn Reiki?
Well, for instance, the secret of Reiki is simply this. It's within all of us. Okay,
that seems really simple.
It is, and it's a lot of what we just talked about. So learning Reiki is really about learning the root of it. What is energy, the self-realization, the things that we discuss. It's about you learning how to practice it, how to understand it. It's about you going into the energy or the meditations of learning about yourself. And it takes you step by step and teaches you that.
You know, what I love about what we're talking about and energy medicine is that it has its own spiritual intelligence. So let's say I send energy to you. I don't have to be like Star Trek and beam it to you and say, you know, heal your shoulder. That the energy has its own intelligence. And so when it goes through me to you, it knows exactly what it needs to do.
And you've just become the phone line and channeling that energy and asking it with intention to make movement. And it does simply that. And that, here again, this is why everybody has Reiki. That's simply the secret. And that's just one secret of it. And I think that it's really, really important to understand the energy within ourselves, the intuition within ourselves, that everybody has that. But we just have it at different vibrations.
Right.
We have it at different levels because we're all here on a different journey for different reasons.
I know that there are a lot of illnesses out there that can benefit a lot from a Reiki treatment. I mean, there's Reiki in hospitals. I know that one of the famous dancers from Riverdance, Michael Flatley, used energy medicine and Reiki to cure a chronic injury. I know that there are a lot of mainstream places that are beginning to accept this very conversation that we're having right now as yet another way to help people have a healing experience in their life.
Right, yes, and you can do Reiki on yourself, which is something that I teach also. You are very capable of doing some channeling of energy and changing the thought process that you have and understanding Reiki that channels through you. You're opening up the pockets. You're opening up what's negative, dismissing it, and bringing in the positive. So let's get rid of the old and bring in the new. And if you look at it where it's really that simple, there's a better understanding of it. And the more good and the positive we bring into our system, of course, it's going to promote its healing, the physical healing, your healing.
Yeah, absolutely. I do think that it is amazingly powerful, and that just being willing to accept the fact that we can have this healing energy, it gives us a sense of hope in a lot of ways. That, you know, you go to sometimes the doctor today, or you have a circumstance that has been around for a while, and you start to feel overwhelmed by that or defeated. And I think that this kind of medicine, energy medicine, can be uplifting.
Yes, and because thought is energy, and I say that again and again because so many people don't see it that way. But when I'm sitting with somebody and I'm doing a reading, or I'm doing a mediumship reading, and maybe we're talking to a deceased mother that may have crossed over, and just in that, the thought process of the individual, you that I'm sitting with, shifts and changes because they're getting messages that brings forward healing. Right. Just that. So if thought is healing, all of a sudden her back is feeling better because her thought has shifted. She's no longer angry or carrying that burden of mom being angry when she crossed over and deceased on her back. It shows up physically. All the negative shows up physically. Reiki cleanses, Reiki clears, and it all starts with thought and movement of energy.
So I understand that you are a very well-known medium in California, and you've worked with a lot of celebrities. We're not going to name them here. But tell me a little bit about what is that like? I mean, do you just see a movie of someone's life? I mean, what happens?
Well, I just sit with the person, and the first thing I do is I go through a meditation before I sit with anybody, and I start off my day that way daily. And then I will, sit with them, and you will see me, when I'm sitting with you, I look around you, and I am looking around you, and I'm picking up the color because I see color. Then I'll feel the energy attached to your energy, attached to your aura and your energy. Maybe deceased loved ones, your spirit guides, angel guides will come in. And here again, you can label your guides whatever you like. You can label the energy whatever you like. That's a choice. Let's say, for instance, I'm looking around you. Now I'm picking up a lot of blue. There's a lot of blue in your energy, which tells me clearly that you're a master communicator, which, because I know you, I know this, but if I sit with someone that I don't know at all, which I prefer,
right.
it's easier because my mental mind doesn't get in the way of my psychic mind. And so I see the colors around you. As I'm tapping into that, I'll start getting visuals that usually for me come in on my right side. Right. So your energy is talking to my energy over here, pops in, and I get visuals in my mind's eye. I'll start to channel maybe mom. I'll pick up your mom, and I'm starting to channel your mom. A lot of times I'll just start feeling all of her character, and I'll start talking with her accent. Whatever it is, as I channel through, I just bring it out, I deliver it, and I delete it out of my system. I'm just the cell phone.
So it is interesting because I think that people are fascinated by intuition. They're fascinated by mediums. They're fascinated by psychics. Is there a difference between a psychic and a medium, Kimberlee?
In my perception, absolutely. A psychic, everyone has psyche. Everyone is psychic to some level, and some much, much more than others, like we discussed already. It's what telephone line and how far up are you hooked, okay? A medium is someone that can summons in and feel the energy. There can be a physical medium, there can be a mental medium. For instance, a physical medium will do like I was explaining, and I'm channeling your mother, and I'm bringing in the feelings, the character of her, and things that I'll be seeing and hearing to deliver to you for your comfort and your healing, that she's really okay, but it will always be things I know nothing about. For instance, her dog's name was Pumpkin. I'll say, what, Pumpkin? I'm getting Pumpkin, and she'll go, oh. You'll say, well, that's my dog's name, Pumpkin.
Right.
So I've learned to just speak up. Because when I see a pumpkin, the last thing I want to do at Christmas is say pumpkin. But guess what? The dog's name's Pumpkin. Okay?
And of course, right now, we're just talking hypothetical, but what we do have arranged is we have somebody sitting in our green room who you're going to be giving a reading to in just a little bit. I think that we all get these impulses. We have that gut instinct. That's the empathy, that kind of helps us understand what's going on. And that when we just give ourselves permission to build beyond that, that then we have access to more and more of our own intuition.
Well, and it's like a football game. If you go practice football, you're going to get good. If you're going to practice on meditations and understanding your intuition and learning to pay attention to what is brought forward for you and really observing it by paying attention to it, you'll see that we're all very, very intuitive. You are very intuitive, and you out there are very intuitive. There's so many.
So what I would love to do is I'd like to take a quick break and see you in action in the green room. So if you could just stay with us, we'll come right back, and Kimberlee will work with someone she's never met before.
I haven't.
But meanwhile, I did just want to thank you for being here and talking to us about the energy of Reiki, and also, your practice as a medium and how you bring through this love to other people.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
There's definitely like a grandmother, older energy or guide around you, and I feel like a V with that, and older energy.
No.
You don't know that V?
No.
Okay, I think you're going to find that out, but I'm going to move forward. There's an emotional separation here. There's definitely a separation in the two energies, but okay, honey, I don't feel deceased.
No.
Okay, it's not deceased.
No.
No, but you're looking?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, I feel very much alive. I feel like she has a loud voice, female energy, very loud, comes through in a strong energy, almost like I'm hiding out. I feel like I'm a little bit hiding out, and I feel shame surrounding this situation.
Yes.
And I feel as though the worry that you're carrying is affecting not only your space in your mind and your mental mind, very much affecting your space in your home and your worries. hold on, sister, correct?
Yes.
Okay, hold on, we're getting there, honey. Your sister, but you two are so different. I
Yes.
guess she's so loud. I get such a loud energy with her. But you can't change her. You can't change her. You have 2 boys.
Yes.
And you have a girl?
Yes.
My goodness, how old are you? You look so young. Okay, going back to looking at the sister and looking at the energy that's missing is not so much missing as hiding out with more shame. And I really feel like that your connection with her will be very good. Why am I getting dragonflies?
It's my favorite. I love dragonflies.
I keep getting dragonflies around you, like all the dragonflies around you. What is that symbolic of for you?
It's one of the things we've always collected, whether it be a pendant or a hairpiece or just we like looking at them.
Okay.
That was something we always did together.
Okay, okay. Well, thank you very much. It's been a pleasure sitting with you
Thank
today.
you.
You're more than welcome, dear.
And we're back here, and wow, Kimberlee, I just wanted to thank you so much for being here and coming all the way from California and sharing your gifts.
Thank you. Thank you.